Bow,
Okay.
boom,
It's
boom.
technically live. I just gotta wait for the notifications to go out because that's always fun. Whoever watches this, they're gonna hear like this opening part of us just like talking stupid.
It's the Jerry and the David Show. It's the David and
Okay,
Jerry
let me pull this up.
Show.
I love it. I love it. All right, open that
Bye
up.
bye 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 bye.
All right.
It's the
Oh my god, I didn't know my tablet volume was up. Fuck me. Okay, we know the audio's working now. That's great.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think we're live. Notifications should be going out soon.
Bye 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 bye.
Hey.
It's the what do you think, bitch?
Once I see the notification, I'll put up the picture that I made for you. Well, it's not really I made it, but I'm starting off with like a real nice one though. You'll like it.
Okay, like
I was like, I need to put something there. That way, it's like, since we're talking, I'm gonna put something.
it's the
Oh, that familiar glass breaking.
Yeah, we
Good old
if it
Jason.
wasn't for the if it wasn't for the copyright shit of everybody else, we could play fucking 30 seconds of
I
like pour some
know.
sugar on me. I say,
Well, we
pour
could sing it
some sugar,
technically, cause it's
pour some
sugar
sugar on
on me,
me. Welcome to
sugar
the show.
me. Oh,
Dun, dun.
yes.
Party on, Cherry.
Party on, Davis. I think we might have one person watching. I don't know. It's always
I
confusing.
think it technically is me.
I don't know. I see somebody when I look at the app, but I want to pull it up.
Who is it? Who is it? Who's brave enough?
It's let's see. Oh wait, just changed
My
it.
oh snap!
I don't know. Sometimes the app doesn't like update right away, but I think it should be live. I don't
I
know if
got old
notifications
ass.
went out or not, but sometimes the
I
notification
got
is like
some old
severely
ass
delayed.
messages. Fucking
But
yeah, I got some old ass messages on fucking Twitch. I'm like, oh shit, I never.
right.
I don't even respond to this
All right,
bitch.
the notification just came up. So
And if anybody wanted to find me, guess what, bitch? I don't even live at that address no more, bitch. I got my own shit, bitch.
I've had like an incident with like a whisper. Like I get whispers sometimes, and there was one that kept like it showed like a notification for it. I went to go check it, and it wasn't even there. And I was like, okay, this person's saying they sent me a whisper, blah blah blah, and it wasn't showing up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where is it? And it showed up like once, one day out of the blue. I checked, and I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Oh man.
And what their whole
Oh, we got
promotion
two
of it.
people. Who's the second person? We got two.
There's a person named another viewer, I think.
That's her name.
I
Okay, cool.
I believe so.
What's up, other
They're a
viewer?
silent viewer. That's
Other
okay. We
viewer,
love
other
you all
viewer.
the same. But
Not really, but
don't mind him. We're
I
back
don't
with
know you.
we're back with another episode of What Do You Think, Bitch? Episode 2. Um yeah, we made it work today.
You thought I did technically, but just earlier in once.
And I will now show Davis his little picture that I've created for him that everyone got a sneak peek of yesterday. So
Okay, I didn't get to see it.
and
Why
it
am I
should be
not the
coming up
first person?
in a few
Oh,
seconds.
cyborg. Ooh.
And I even put your name on it so that way they can be like, oh, okay, Davis. Okay, we got it. You get
Cyborg.
Cyborg this time.
My arms are jacked. Yeah. I'm half man, half machine. I
It's
eat
a
just
nice
like
ego
him.
boost.
I eat just like him too.
Mm.
It's a lot, big fucker.
Oh, let me send. I didn't even tweet this out. My bad. We were
Tweety.
okay, guys. To be fair, me and Davis were having a nice discussion prior to stream, so there's
Big
that.
discussions.
We went for a good like almost an hour, I think. Almost.
About 3, yeah. We started around like, yeah, about
A little
35,
after 3, I
45.
think we started. Yeah.
Let me see what it says in the chat. I video chatted you. I started at 2:03, so yeah, we did nice hours.
All right, let me just tweet.
I have a friend in this lobby. Who the fuck is it? I wish a bitch would come after me in this lobby while I'm trying to do my grind, Grizzy. I said, bitch, hop on. Somebody tried me. Now we
Davis is
about to catch
currently,
up.
if anybody's curious, he's on GTA at the moment, so
I'm
he
just
already
saying,
cleared.
I'm trying to get our heist and shit together. I won't let me do my security service.
Just got a tweet. Uh uh uh.
I need to get an Avenger. That's the only vehicle I own.
The struggle. Like I should have more special vehicles, but I don't.
I mean, we own just about all of them. It's the only one I can
Yeah,
say we bought
but like some of them
and
are
we own.
overpriced, and it's like,
Yeah, I didn't have any reason to buy the Avenger at first, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have it now.
All right, let me see if I can.
Especially if I want to have like an in-air base.
Right. We'll get into it in a moment. Let me message Liver because I told him we were probably gonna go live today.
Yeah, he probably thinking it's like at the. Oh yeah, you normally start about 5 or 6.
Figure I'll message him, and I'll message the other person in case they want to stop in, and then we'll get to talking.
Batman,
Yeah.
Bat- Batman. Oh, I know why. It's probably at its max capacity. All the people can start up fucking CEOs and shit.
Yep.
I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, why is it not letting me sign up for my shit? Like,
All right. I messaged them. Okay, everybody's messaged. Fuck Snap. I'm not even gonna bother right now.
penal code 211.
But we
This
back.
is kind of
Hey,
this
hey,
is the kind of shit I
hey.
learned in criminal law. Penal code 211. Robbery is the felony. Felony is of taking a personal property in possession of another. 211 of progress. Robbery. So if anybody watches this stream, education people. So if anybody said 211 in progress and you want to know what that means, somebody robbing somebody's
Hey, we
shit.
all about educating people here, honestly.
Somebody taking somebody's shit. 187 is still 187. Murder, death, kill.
That's not a great photo. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a good photo here, Crystal.
Penal codes.
Boom, cute. Y'all get to see
I
the
Google
behind the scenes. You're all welcome for this. We're never
right.
prepared. We're just like, last second. Here we go.
Penal code. Penal code. Penal codes. Bitches getting robbed. What's the ones in California? That means the bitch got shot.
Can't with you.
Motherfuckers is see in California is 215 robbery. 211 in there is kidnapping. Manslaughter 203, murder 192. Oh no, it's 187 still. Oh yeah. Actually, I'm reading them wrong. 207 is kidnapping and
Fuck, it's
211
hot.
is still robbery. And
It's hot.
215 is carjacking. Yes.
My
Different type of
shirt's all
robbery.
rolled up. Oh, here we go. Okay.
So all the twos is pretty much robbing somebody's shit or taking something.
Probably. All right, I'm going to take off this little sweater thingy because
What?
it is getting hot in here.
On
And
there?
I'll just lay it here in case I want it. But
Okay, sweaty's ready.
okay. So the fit today, we got this shirt that I wore quite a bit in high school and shit. A little see through, but that's why I threw a tank top underneath because I ain't stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
there's that. It's cute.
I see
It's
hips.
tight. It is what it is. You know what I
I
mean?
see buildings.
Yeah. Well, there's a little skin there and a little skin there.
Little skin.
A little skin, just a little bit, a little
A little
classy.
bit. A little bit ashy and classy.
Hey, I'm not ashy.
I mean,
I
you're
put
right.
lotion on.
I mean, you're a little white, you know what I'm saying? But you're not. I'm like, you know
No
what I'm saying?
shade.
You're not ashy. White people can't be ashy. I can't even tell when a white person's ashy to be real.
I mean, it's you can tell in certain people.
Certain people, but other than that, like Seamus, I wouldn't be able to tell on him.
I think it depends on their. Well, you
I
know
wish
what?
Seamus would.
It's a matter because
I
like
would.
sometimes you get like those dark patches where you're ashy at. So there's that.
I wish Seamus would say, "I'm ashy today." I'm like, the fuck are you always ashy? You're pale.
Right?
You look like you need sun. I wish I hope I don't come back as that kind of white. If I come back as white, I want to be like real overly rubberly tan
I mean,
dude.
you
My
know, it's
skin's
ideal
so
to have a
fucking.
little color. You know what I mean? Like,
I already Faith. I think me and Faith had that conversation. Like she don't want to come back as white for sure, but
I could care
um,
less if we're going on a whole reincarnation situation. I don't whatever.
come back as black. Like most
I'm
people,
okay
like, why
being
would you
white. I
want to
don't
come back?
care.
Yeah, why would you want to come back as black? I said, I have my reasons. I don't really
It's like
know how to
that's because what I
mentally right now.
know.
Yeah, yeah, because mentally I'm thinking, well, I don't know anything else but being black. I don't know what it's like if it's any different being a white man. Or is it? I
Well, and then
mean,
it's
law.
also what class you fall into. Honestly, like, are we
No,
upper class, middle
no. If I'm a,
class? What are we working with? Because that's the only main difference. Like, give me a
like,
class
you
system. But hey, what do I
yeah,
know?
this is one of those things. I'm like,
But yeah, I would like want to come back a little bit darker. If I have to be white, just let me be a little darker. Just give me a little tan, like a light. We're good. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I look pale as fuck, and I swear I'm not that pale. Okay, I
right. I'm
swear.
like, I like your skin. I like
I mean, like, depending on the lighting and how much lighting's coming through there and there, yeah. And my makeup, depending what foundation I use, because sometimes I use a shade too light and I look super pale. Okay? Yeah, no. I mean, sometimes when I'm sick or like the following days after being sick, I look really, really pale, and it's like, But I do tan really well, so there's that. But as I was saying, all right, exit out of that. We're good. So we're back with our second episode. We weren't sure if it was actually going to happen this week because of scheduling and all that stuff, but
shit happens.
things just fell in line for today. I was able to do it today. He got home early enough to do it today, so it worked out. So we were going to go over the shit that we were going to go over the other day, which I think we touched base with when we started streaming with Liver when he eventually got in here. I don't know where he's at yet. He'll pop up whenever he pops up, so there's that. Um, we had homework, as if you guys remember from episode 1. We had to watch True Blood. Granted, it's not really a spoiler system. Like, the show has been out for a very long time, okay? You could easily enough just go online, look up the season, read about it, look at clips. So there's that. We will do our best not to try to spoil any newer movies, but I will try to, with any episode when we've watched a movie, I will try to ahead of time say a spoil, like give you a spoiler alert warning, and we'll figure out a system because you know that's just how we're gonna have to do it.
Right.
Because I know like Liver comes in and is like
I really
spoilers,
don't care. Like, you still gotta watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right?
yeah, just because we're saying something, I
Well,
don't believe. I personally don't believe in that spoiler shit.
right. Just because I'm giving my opinion of it doesn't mean you're gonna feel the same way about a movie or a show or whatever, and that's fine. Or you're gonna see things
Right.
that I missed, or
Yeah, you're not. To me, you're not spoiling it for me. I'm like, oh, that makes for me. It makes me want to watch shit more. I'm like, well, I gotta
right,
see this because some people over exaggerate some shit.
right. Like I try to be as real as possible when I'm like, all right, dude, this is this great, but I'm not like trying to give you all the details about it ahead of time. I'm just like, you should check it out. You might actually like it. Blah blah blah. But you know, It is what it is. Like, just go watch it. There's reviews all the time that are out there that just show up on the news or whatever social media
Oh
you
my
look
god, these
at.
are so hard to control.
So there's that. We'll try our best, but no guarantees. Like I'm doing my best not to spoil Mortal Kombat for anybody, especially Davis. He's gonna watch it.
Fuck
But
yeah.
all I said, it's fucking badass. That's all I said. It earned
Hey,
that rated R. It's great.
yeah, everybody's already said it's good. I mean, like, yeah, they gonna make me stop watching it. Like, yeah, because I don't trust everybody how people describe it because I see
Mm-hmm.
different shit.
Right.
So I'm like, ah. My mom thought Kung Lao was fucking Liu Kane's cousin. I'm like, no, that's his brother, dude.
Well, I think I could be
The
wrong
way
with
they
this.
probably wrote it this time is like, yeah, but Kung Lao
Yeah,
is Liu
yeah,
Kane's brother in any other movie or video game.
right. Yeah, I think in this movie they said they were cousins or
Made him his
something. Yeah,
cousin. Yeah, I'm like, that's his cousin. Kung Lao is his brother. I'm
right,
like, yeah, I'm like, when you said she said the dude with the hat, I said that's Kung Lao. Yeah.
right. Though he was pretty cool. I
Oh
gotta say it was
yeah,
nice.
yeah. I mean, most people debate that Kung Lao's a better fighter than Liu Kang, but teachers own.
Well, and it's just kind of nice to see that they made the cast a bit more diverse. Uh, given cultural origins that characters should have probably
Yeah,
originally been.
well, not. Well, I don't know what they're calling this one. They're monk. I know they're monks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But like I think what in the original, I think Raiden was a white guy, wasn't he?
The rich, yeah, white guy.
Yeah. And this time he's an Asian man. So
Hmm. I mean, he's supposed to be the guardian of Liu Kang's village. That's why,
right, right. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking shit about the original because I did love the original ones. I enjoyed them. Honestly, growing up as a kid, you know what I mean? So
Word.
plus the video games that came with it, and my cousins used to play that shit all the time. I'm just like this little kid, like minding my business, hearing them going on and on about it.
Yeah, people not like while I'm playing GTA, people be wondering why I blow other people's shit up because somebody trying to fuck with me and I'm just trying to steal cars from my heist. Like, damn.
Hey,
I don't know why you know what I'm saying? I don't know why GTA would allow this shit.
because they like us to get pissed off and then spend money on their game to like try to buy better vehicles or better this or better that
Not like,
to
yeah,
keep.
I already own, like, yeah, if you look into your records, bitch, I own the oppressor. Like, I own it too, but I can't fight if I'm driving a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving a car, I can't defend myself in. I'm pretty much sitting duck if somebody want to blow my. Like, yeah, I'm just trying to steal my car and somebody trying to blow the car up and shit like that. Or I don't know if they were trying to help me or what, but I shot it. It doesn't. It's still the point.
I get it. It's annoying.
Yeah, like bitch, like that's why I don't even feel comfortable. So, like one day I'm gonna try to sell. Somebody try to. I already said what I'm gonna do. If I like trying to sell my motherfucking counterfeit, and you come there and blow my shit up,
Mm-hmm.
it's on and popping. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to sell. Because I'm like, well, since I can't fight it no more. I'm just gonna try to sell.
Well,
And
it
if
comes
somebody
down.
fucking,
Well, here's the thing, and we're both higher levels. So if they see both of us attempting to sell something, a lot of the time they're not going to even try it. So it.
yeah, it depends on who. Some assholes in this lobby will, like some assholes will try it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
guess what? It ain't gonna stop me from following you on Xbox. And every time I log on, I'm gonna look for you to be on. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's on. You better appear online, bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if I find you, and I see your name, I'm gonna go right back to you. Cost me $500,000, didn't you, bitch? Didn't you? You
Hey,
got to die.
I'm with you on that because I don't play games with that. You don't mess with my
You
money in that
cost
game.
me exactly. You cost me millions, not
I get
thousands.
really mad about that shit.
Yeah, you the reason why. Yeah, you the motherfucking reason why I don't have $1 million right now.
Right? Like, fuck. Don't be stupid. Don't mess with my shit.
Yeah,
Because
right.
the moment my shit ends and you blew up my shit, I'm coming after you. And I will not stop. So it's just like, don't bother me. Don't do it.
Shoot, lie, don't bother me.
All right, what else do we have to cover? We had to cover True Blood and You, I believe.
Okay, what about
Those were
it?
our hunger. There are yeah, our hunger, our homework. I can't speak. All right, so you wanted to go over you? You want my
Oh, you I thought you was talking about me. I'm like me. What the fuck about
yeah?
this
Let's
bitch?
talk about you. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so my initial impression. Okay, so I start episode one, and I even mentioned this briefly to you. It's like okay, there's this voiceover basically. You're just hearing him explain details of things. Um, and at first you're like, this guy's kind of annoying, you know? That's my first impression. I'm like hearing him do this, and I'm like, yeah, you're kind of annoying. And then he's describing what the female lead is doing, which is Beck. And I'm just like, okay, little creepy, little creepy. And then he like somehow switches it, and like you're like, oh, I kind of like him. And then it switches back like, don't like him. And it was like this ongoing thing in like the first fucking 5 minutes of him doing this whole um, narration, if you will. And I'm just like, dude, okay, okay. And the way he analyzed everything. So, like, oh, she handed me her credit card, which has her name on it. So she wanted me to know her name and all this. And then he just, like, gets psychotic and,
Yeah,
like,
the
starts
way he
looking her
breaks
up.
shit down is so fucking weird. I'm like, what? How the fuck does that mean that, motherfucker?
Right?
Like,
And I'm like, I don't, I don't. I don't think that's the case. He's like, she could have paid cash, but instead she gave me her card, and her card has her name on it, so she wanted me to know her name. And I'm like, dude, not everybody carries
chill out,
cash.
bro. Like, yeah, like you be like, all right, bro, you sound horny as
Like,
hell.
I
Like,
carry cash, but like that's just me. But
I don't.
you
I don't want
know,
to get
well,
robbed.
I wish a bitch would. You know what I mean? Try me. Try me. That's a joke. Don't try me. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, bitch. Well, you
Don't do it.
I'm like, you gonna summon demons over here, bitch? Like, so
But
what's your address, bitch? So they gonna say, what's your address?
that's another thing that you brought up address. It's like, okay, so he now knows her name. So he's looking her up on every social media, doing all this shit, looks through her pictures, finds out where she moved to, and like is standing outside of her apartment. And I'm like, sir?
Dude,
But
that's stalking.
but here's the thing that bothered me. When we see her apartment, right? Bitch, you are on ground level, okay? You have
And
big
she
ass
just
windows.
fucking,
You have no fucking curtains at all. Like I'm like,
she just letting everybody. She said maybe somebody will be interested. Hit me up tomorrow. I'm like, bitch, like everybody can see you getting fucked right now. Like,
right? Then he got Joe there. He's jerking off across the damn road, and I'm like,
I know, right? Like, damn, bro, you good?
until that old lady interrupts him, but like, sir.
Yeah, she didn't know what the fuck this young motherfucker was doing. Like, I'm like, bitch.
So I'm like, okay, he crazy. He cuckoo. That's I get it.
No, cool, but yeah, you see how his background, how he grew up and shit.
Yeah, I've seen the bits and pieces, like the little flashbacks of like when he started working in that bookstore.
And that you think he crazy? Shit, that motherfucker with the books is crazy.
Locked them in that fucking room, and like, I won't have what was it? It was like something like I won't have any literate. It was something.
Fucking book workers and shit. I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
It made me glad I started working at a library. Mm.
it was crazy, and I'm like, okay, I could see where you're probably traumatized. I get that. I get that. You're locked in this room, has some old books in it. It's a little fucked up. It's like, how long was he locked in there is the question because like, where are your parents? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just I don't know his full backstory, obviously, so I don't know if that gets revealed, later on or anything like that. So that's the thing. But yeah, it was insane. And then so like obviously he sees the douchebag that she's thinks is her boyfriend but isn't her boyfriend, which I think is kind of comical. in a sense.
I know, right?
It's like typical.
Yeah, she just goes for the wrong. That's the only thing about Bag that kind of made me fucking bitch. Why you keep going for these weird? I get he a rich kid and all that shit, but you ain't struggling yourself. Like
Uh, yeah,
she's fucked up.
I
I'm just
think
gonna
with
say that
her,
she just fucked up as
it
Joe.
in a weird way, she's like in a sense it seems like she has daddy issues, obviously, right? So maybe she's trying to like,
Oh
oh,
hell yeah,
daddy's love. So let me see if I can find that in some dude, right?
classical like yeah, classical issue girl. Yeah,
Right. So she's going after these guys that are clearly toxic as fuck. And
real talk.
then Joe's like investigating him like a motherfucker and like hacking into people's fucking emails and knowing all their contact information and all that crazy stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God. You crazy, crazy. You just like,
I know, right?
sir, calm it down.
What is wrong with you? Like what in the entire shit is wrong with you, bro?
Right. So it's like, oh my God. And like, her whole poetry thing. I'm sorry. That poem that she read at that poetry jam situation or that open
Uh,
mic night situation, that was not good at all.
Sucked, yeah.
It was bad. I was like, who the
Horrible.
fuck wrote this? It's terrible.
Big bitch wrote this shit.
Like,
I don't get what the big fuss about her is.
I don't either, but, whatevs. But as it progresses, like, obviously he's got this infatuation with her for whatever reason. Okay, cool. And obviously after that karaoke, well, not karaoke, but the open mic night, and she's plastered because she's upset that douchebag didn't show up. And, you know, it was a whole thing. She falls on the tracks. Obviously, we see that he has to break away from being a stalker type and just hiding in the shadows to save her because obviously the homeless man in the subway wasn't going to do anything.
Yeah, season one is hates compared to what season two is gonna be like. I'm gonna tell you that. Like season two
Yeah,
actually turns you the fuck up.
it should be interesting because as season one progressed, I'm like, okay, okay, I'm seeing how like he's deranged and how he's like amping it up each time. And like even when it got to, I think the episode was called The Captain. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh, she gonna fuck another dude. I'm like, ugh,
Oh yeah, Beck
another.
didn't fuck that whole town already. I'm like, I honestly think I forgot his fucking name already. The main character, I just call him Gossip.
Oh, Joe. That was his character's name.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, like Joe could do so much fucking better than these whack ass females he be picking. I'm like, bro,
Like honestly, he
it,
could.
like, dude. I'm like, dude, you like these? It's you, bro. Like, literally, the title of the show is you. Like, you
Yeah.
like some whack ass females, dog. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, I would.
if Homie got like some therapy, you know what I mean? He'd have been all right.
Honestly, yeah, because he's so fucked up. And here's my take on him. You're gonna
Mhm.
even right now, you're gonna like even as you progress your show, you're gonna see more
Mhm.
what I'm talking about.
Right.
Most of these females are extensions of him.
Right.
They're fucked up in some form of fashion. So he's looking for himself in these
Yes.
women.
He's looking for someone that's somewhat broken. Then he thinks he can come in and fix it and be their
Fix
savior, and
it. He
then
wants to
that
be
they'll
like,
love him
yeah.
forever.
And I know somebody like Joe, or what, or at least was like him
Mhm.
at the time when I watched the show. I knew somebody exactly. Like, the person's a lot different now, but
Mhm.
that's what he was trying to do. Like, and I knew somebody who was always trying to fix somebody who just can't be fixed.
Right.
And I knew that already. I said, you can't fix what's broken, bro. I'm sorry. Like, with
Yeah.
people, you can't fix what's broken. They
Right.
got to fix it themselves, or they have to heal some way.
Mhm.
If they not willing to heal, they just always gonna be fucked up like that, and they gonna listen. I know some people that they know they're fucked up, but they use
Mhm.
it like it's a superpower or some shit. And I'm like, I don't
Right.
know about that.
Oh, I totally agree. Like it's the fixer
Yeah,
situation. It's like, no, honey.
I don't like. I've never agreed with that system. I'm like, like yeah, like when I was down and out, and I'm like, yeah, like I mean, yes, you look for somebody who's just as vulnerable as you.
Mhm.
You know, like yeah, after a while, you gotta realize like that kind of shit ain't healthy. It's not
Right.
because it's like your friendship is fixed on that.
Right.
Once you're not, and once the other person starts healing, you haven't, and they haven't,
Hmm.
you're you're not going to be in the same place no more. So what the friendship was built on, vulnerability, is not there no more. So then you start seeing how fucked up that.
Right.
You're like, okay, I'm not vulnerable anymore. I think you're actually a bitch. Like, yeah, sorry.
They're hoping for this lost puppy situation. Like, the puppy's going to love me forever because I brought it in. It's like, no, that's not the case.
Exactly.
That person's becoming dependent on that person always needing to be fixed. And once that person becomes independent, they're like, oh, no, no, no. It's a problem. But I gotta say, his like way of trapping the douchebag. I can't even remember the character. Oh, Spencer. Wasn't that his name? Spencer.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way he traps Spencer in that box that he got stuck in, to be clear to anybody that's watching, there is a clear, what would you say, plexiglass kind of box in this bookstore basement. It's like climate controlled. It's got like a humidifier situation, all that, to keep the books just right. These very old books. Um, and just to keep them pristine, basically. And he winds up locking this guy who was this girl's, and I'll put in quotes, boyfriend, because that's what she thinks he is, even though he's not.
Word.
He's just getting around. He's just hitting everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
Hitting it.
Joe's over here like, I need to eliminate Spencer, but I'm gonna play with him for a bit, in a sense. Finds out Spencer's like allergic to gluten and all this other
Yeah,
stuff.
kind of. Yeah, kind
Tortures the
of.
guy kind of. He starves him for a little bit and then
Yeah, I know. Joe be on some shit, boy. When he find a weakness,
right? I think he finally got him with the soda, the artisan soda or whatever it was that Spencer's company was.
yep.
And he's like, if you can tell me what it is, I'll let you free. There's 3 cups. And yeah, he gets them. It's quite comical. It's like, okay, I, I,
All right,
I
he's a sick fuck.
Oh, and we should mention how he lured him there. He lured him there by pretending it was a potential business opportunity to make this artisan soda company go worldwide or some bullshit. Joe was a smart guy, like really freaking smart. And where Spencer was dumb is he didn't take his business partner with him. He's like, no, we need one face to the company, one face. And that's going to be my face. And once it's sealed the deal, we'll bring you in. It'll be great. Yeah. See how well that worked out for you. If you had another guy, at least you would have been kind of safe.
Exactly.
It's just crazy.
It's a bunch of shit. It's a bunch of shit.
And like going back to the captain episode, because eventually, obviously, he takes out Spencer. That was crazy. Um, but the captain episode, so you're thinking, I'm like automatically in my head, she's banging this guy. Like she's banging some dude that's gonna be her sugar daddy or whatever. You do you, boo. You do you. Because that's what it sounded like. So then she's sitting in the hotel room and it gets that scene where he gets out of the car and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is he wearing? And then you find out that's her dad and Joe's like sitting in the fucking motel in like
He just
another
like,
one
oh,
spying and I'm like,
Joe
oh,
just like feeling like shit at that point. He like, shit.
I was going to take out her
I
daddy. Like,
was about to kill this motherfucker. I was, man, that would have been too far.
right? And
No,
like,
you, I'm looking at Joe like, oh, that would have been too far. Like killing her
right?
dad. Like, oh, there's a line for a psycho. I like the psycho morals of a psycho. Like, oh, that's too far. Okay, the others weren't, but that's the line right there. No parents, no parents.
Right?
Like you already fucking dick.
And like when we meet her like step family and all that, like that was just like I even told you I was like I want to hit her stepsister. Like that girl needs a beating. I'm sorry, but she does. That girl was so nasty. She was rude, very rude, and that's what I mean by nasty. So don't anybody like misconstrue what I'm saying, but
No
or
man, like
misinterpret.
mean, nasty, stanky, hoe ass bitch.
She was rude as fuck.
most people know when somebody say that bitch is nasty, not nasty like stanky, or no,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the bitch is rude. Like yeah,
She was. She was so rude, and I'm like, oh, you deserve to get pummeled right now. I wouldn't. I would be with Beck if she hit her. I really would have. And like the stepmom, at first I was like, oh, her stepmom doesn't seem too bad, and then her stepmom makes those like underhanded comments, or like, um, she finds out from the stepsister that the stepmom wants her dad to cut her off and all that, and I'm like, okay. I mean, like, I can understand not using her father as an ATM all the time because she wants to be a writer, but she's struggling so hard to do it, and I'm like, that's something you should have thought about. And they shouldn't have a nice apartment. Like, she has a decent sized fucking apartment in a city. That's not cheap. With no roommate, honey.
exactly.
So it's like, yeah, I can
It's
understand. I'm
just
like,
so honestly, out of like, even though Joe's a fucking psycho,
mm hmm,
quintessentially,
mm hmm.
I just don't like Beck. She's the Sookie of that show.
Yeah, yeah. I have to agree. I have to agree. It's just like, ugh. It's like everyone wants her. She's in everybody's business. Like, it's like she has this woe me, like, feel bad for me. Do, like, no.
Yeah, I don't really like characters like that.
She tries to be like, oh, she's entitled to people, like, for people to do shit for her, and that they should feel bad because her dad was a drug addict and he got remarried, and she's not the center of his world anymore, and this and that. And I'm like, and that happens to millions of people. Get over it. Move on. Do your thing, boo boo. Get some therapy. You know what I mean? Like,
Like for real, bitch.
and like the whole thing with Peach, her friend, um, that was something because Peach is just as toxic, but she didn't go as far as to go like hunting down people and trying to murder them. She just kind of like tried to sabotage Beck at times and put her in like fucked up situations, but just as toxic, but different.
Oh, absolutely.
Faking an OD and all that, and I'm like, hmm. It
Yeah, I don't
was,
like that whole "woe me, feel bad for me" ass character. I'm like, bro, shut the
yeah.
fuck up.
It is crazy and it does draw you in. The episodes are pretty quick, so if anybody wants to watch it, they're about a half an hour, maybe about 45 minutes tops. Um,
Yeah, the first episode and the last episode of any series is always the two longest ones.
right. Um, it kind of sometimes it does bounce around a little bit, so it's kind of like you kind of have to try to follow along a little bit.
If you don't have a real good like knack for thrillers and suspenseful this and stuff like that, your attention span ain't gonna last for. It's the truth.
Right, and that's the thing
But if
with
you
any
into
show.
that kind of like mind blowing kind of like
Hmm.
series kind of thing where you look like who did this, who or why they're doing this, like if you are naturally inquisitive, then yes, you will like these kind of shows. But if you're not, then it might not be for you.
Right. Like, look, I still have to try to watch Dexter. I've been told, oh, Dexter's a great show. Da da da. Gets great at
I
this
never
point.
really got into it. I tried a few episodes.
I
I never.
tried, but I will say this: at least the first season, the episodes felt so drawn out that I felt like I was sitting there for hours watching one episode when I wasn't. It's like, plus the way he
Yeah, I
talks and
agree.
that, it's very robotic. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not really like shows like that or
Mm-hmm.
like something like that. It's nothing suspenseful about it. You know who did it. You know why they're doing it, and there's no real moral reason to watch it.
Right. Well, it's just
Like
you're
there's no like you. It's like there's a well, why are they like this? You know what I'm saying? Kind
right.
of a psycho killer feel. You like, well, why are they killing these people? What is why does he
Mm-hmm.
feel the need to
Mm-hmm.
kill with a moral code? Like the
Right.
people he's killing. The crazy thing about it with Joe is the people he's killing
Mm-hmm.
in a way deserve to die. And I'm not any by
Right.
means justifying violence in any kind of way,
Right.
but those are some motherfuckers. Like
Like I will
you
say,
even think the therapist is a cool guy, and then you find out, oh, I don't know about that.
oh, well, that's another thing. I see. Okay, so I saw John Stamos, show up in that, and I was like, oh, don't tell me he kills John. Don't tell me he kills Stamos, because I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? Because obviously John Stamos is a likable person in general, and
Yeah, I
I
mean,
messaged you
I will
like,
say he don't. I will say he don't. Like, no spoilers, but like he's not gonna die.
okay. Well, I figured, but I was like, because you didn't say anything when I brought it up, and I was like, I like legit, I texted Davis really quick, and I'm like,
Okay,
oh,
okay.
don't
I'll
tell
say this.
me.
I'll say this much. He gets fucked over some nasty.
Oh,
So watch them
a
last two
little
episodes.
drama.
He gets fucked over fucking dramatically. It's not even funny.
Oof.
Even though, like, in a way, like, it's like, well, you was kind of asking, like, not asking for it, but it's kind of like, well, I can't say you in a way you're not like, because morally he's kind of fucked,
Right.
the doctor.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, he all up in other people's Kool-Aid and shit like that, but in a sense you got your own demons and shit like that too.
Well, like ethically, like okay, he's when I saw like some of the therapy appointments in the episode or whatever it was, and he like is getting high during the apart of the appointment. I'm like, that's a little unprofessional, don't you think? Like he's like glaucoma, and I'm like, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So let's go to True Blood.
Okay, True Blood, yes, yes, yes.
So
Hmm.
I'm a old fan of the show. I
Yes.
haven't watched the first season in probably a year.
Hmm. I'd probably say I'm
I got
in the same
hooked on
boat.
it again. I got hooked on it again. I ended up watching the first episode and kind of re-falling in love with it. And it's
Hmm.
like, okay, I gotta watch this shit just for old time. I can't. I'm like a person with TV shows. I'm like a kid in the candy store. I can't just have one piece of candy. I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch the second episode, then I gotta watch third and fourth before I know it. I'm already on season episode 10, almost season 2 in
Right.
the last few days. So it's just like, yeah, once I started, I'm just like, well, I gotta finish it.
Right.
Like I watched one episode of Entourage and ended up watching the rest of the whole fucking season.
Right. And in some cases, I'm in that same boat because because I even told you this, but when I was like, when we assigned this homework, I was sitting here, I think it was Thursday. And I was like, I was doing laundry, I was doing all this stuff and trying to do my linens and everything. I was like, okay, I'm going to be productive. I'm going to watch what I have to watch. And then that way I'm ahead. At that point, I was already watching episodes of You and all that. So I was already in deep. So I pop in the first season of True Blood, first disc. I didn't even watch it on HBO Max, which I could have, but I didn't. I popped in the first disc, which first disc has 2 episodes. I think they did that for most of that first season. Popped it in, watched first episode. Immediately watched the second episode. And like a few days later, I was gonna watch episode 3. Got interrupted. Blah blah blah. But I'll probably wind up rewatching the whole season anyways. But like David said, I'm also an old fan of it. Got every season on DVD. I love it. I've read some of the books. So there's that. And it's an addicting show. Like, you get hooked. No matter who you are, you get hooked. And you can't
Because
stop.
it's just like it's so much sex, more sex,
Yeah, it's that.
erotic.
Yeah, you have the erotic nature of it, and it just kind of like grabs your attention. No matter who you are. You know, men, women, who cares? You're into it.
Yeah, you just like
You're like, oh, this is the exact fantasy I needed for the day. You know what I mean? Like each episode probably has a couple rounds of sex in it. A couple. Probably in the later seasons, not so much. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch everything,
no,
but
sex. Yeah, they pretty much by 2014 they just opened the envelope at that point.
yeah. I mean, but
Uh, They popped Sugar's cherry in the fucking first few episodes. Shit.
yeah, yeah, they
She
did.
like, you feel comfortable talking to men like that, bitch. You let a bite vampire bite your neck and your ass.
Mm. She changed
Just
herself
saying.
real quick.
Just because your grandmama died, you get all emotional. Now you want to fuck like that.
Right.
Like so, that's all it took.
It's
A lot of men in
crazy.
that time, I would have killed that bitch. All due for that, I would have killed that bitch a long time ago.
I'm
That's all it
sorry.
took.
It's oh my god, yeah. It's I felt bad for her grandmother though, like when, that
Yeah, I'm
does
like,
happen,
damn,
but
why that? Yeah, that fucking Renee dude, like, you killed my grandmama like that, dog. Like,
right? It's like Renee was a different type of fucked up. Like that's the thing. Hey Liver. Oh, Liver showed up. Look at that.
hey, look,
Liver, you missed our U talk.
we'll start it over for.
He goes, "Ah, what?" The the TV show, well, not a TV show, it's a Netflix show, but yeah, started again from the beginning. Oh my god.
I hate trying to shoot people out their fucking cars.
We should mention Davis is playing GTA at the moment, so in case you hear random shit from him, that's what it is.
Yeah, just because it's like, fuck, I'm trying to shoot
And
this.
I'm
I
not
hate,
there to help him, so there's that. My hands are here.
yeah, I'm trying to shoot this one dude out his fucking car. I got the fucking shooter. It's because I'm trying to get this Moon Man mission out of the way so they don't stop triggering it for me.
Right. You didn't
It's
start
always
it
so
yet?
hard to shoot the driver out the car because like they fucking just won't die. Like Jesus Christ, I didn't fuck the car up before the damn driver. Shit,
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on, let me shut off my camera real quick, because I'm gonna lay this fucking sweater down on this chair, because this
this
demi fucking
motherfucker.
seat.
I'm crashing in traffic. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm crashing in traffic more than him. Cars stop me, but this motherfucker just plows through him.
Okay.
The fucking CPU just got it like made. Boy, I wish I can do that shit.
Okay, sorry
Plow
about
through
that.
everybody and not fucking wreck.
I'm sorry, I'm wearing shorts. It's a warmer day, and my legs are sticking to this damn chair, and I was just like, no, I gotta lay this fucking sweater down, because I can't.
Yeah, it is pretty warm outside.
I'm okay with him playing GTA without me, unless it comes down to like major money moves. Then I'm like, bitch,
No, I
no.
ain't gonna do no. I'm trying to set it up so we can get some
Right?
money.
Liver just asked, so I was like, let me address it.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm trying to, like, yeah, I'm just trying to set it up where we can get some money.
Right. That's the thing. Like, especially now since we can't like kind of glitch a lobby. There's a bit of an issue with that at the moment. He ain't trying to do any sales or anything in GTA without me, so. But that's what I think about it.
Right?
But if you want a brief little thing about you, the show, what we went over, Beck is trifling. Okay. She's kind of an annoying,
Man, that's
entitled
like,
character.
ho. That's what she is.
um, yeah, she's a trifling character. She thinks she's entitled to everything. She thinks everybody should be like a whoa me, feel bad for me. Um, just as much as of a liar. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Um, they're not as graphic. Well, from what I've seen, I don't know if Dave's gonna tell you, but the scenes in the naughty scenes in you, they're not as graphic as True Blood. I will say
Think,
that.
if you're older, if I don't know, think Cinemax softcore porn.
Oh my god.
Like, it ain't nothing to write home about, but it's like, oh, I get it. Like, he fucked. Okay, cool.
And Liver, to go back to your question about GTA, there sales. For sales, there's businesses that you can own in GTA, which you can sell products. That's what I mean by sales. Yeah.
Couch.
Oh, and Joe's crazy. Joe from You is crazy. He's a crazy motherfucker.
He said, "Love the description." Yeah,
He is a fixer and he's a psycho. So there's that.
a lot of shit.
I
A
mean, you
lot
could
of
always
blah blah
rewind it back.
blah, childhood trauma, la la la.
Like, rewind it back if you want a real good, you know, review of it.
Yeah,
What I think about it,
we broke
it grabs your attention. It really does.
because we broke it down. Mhm.
Well, now you remember, liver. I, gotta remind people of
Oh
heists and
yeah,
all
right.
that stuff.
That.
Um,
Oh, quick question for you, Liver, if you're listening. You don't have to say your exact age, but give us a like what ages are you between?
I'll give you a moment to answer. That way I don't
I'm between.
interrupt.
Oh wow. Okay, wow. We was just like, talking about that.
Okay, let me put that
He said I'm
down.
between 30 and 40. Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool.
I mean, ain't no judgment here. We just trying to because I remember yesterday you were having some problems and stuff like that, so we were trying to get an idea on like how we can help you with those issues. You know what I'm saying?
We're very
So
helpful
we want to
people.
know like where what bracket are you between?
I got stupid songs stuck in my head. I had that best friend song stuck in my head yesterday. I couldn't stop. It was bad.
Okay, I can get you. I get a song stuck in your head now that can replace it.
But
Fuck being good. I'm
I'm
a
a
bad
bad
bitch.
bitch.
Now that one's gonna be stuck in your head.
Broke boys don't
Replace
get no pussy. I know that's right.
it.
I
We
can't.
I had said earlier on pre-chat, I had said to Cherry, I was guessing between 18 and 25. Liver.
Which is a fair guess. You know what I mean? When you don't really know anything about the person, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He was like, okay, yeah, like, oh, like,
Or
okay.
have never seen the person, so it's
He
like,
said, oh, nice, thank you.
I mean,
I mean, like, yeah, shit, we was just like, yeah, because, like, yeah, you know, we're thinking gamers, so we thinking, like, yeah, we not thinking, like, necessarily the oldest age, but we're thinking, like, high enough.
okay, cool, 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 liver. That's cool. That's cool. All right,
Okay, okay,
just getting rid
cool,
of my
cool, cool.
notifications. I'm apologizing now.
Trust me, I can't judge. I can't judge. I ain't gonna say, but I mean, I think I already, yeah, yeah, I said it already.
Ow, my leg.
I think I said it already before.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
did.
I don't remember.
No, I did. I'll say it. I'm 20 fucking nine. Shit, I don't care. I'm an old fuck.
That's my best friend.
Old piece of shit.
But, anyways, let's get back
I've
on
been on this
track.
earth. I've been on this earth for a minute.
He my best friend. I can't stop myself. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, did I just get a new follower? Yay! Thank you for
New,
following. Mwah.
new follower.
Welcome to my bullshit. The chaos, if you will. But, anyways, let's get back on track. So we were about to talk. Well, we were starting into True Blood a little bit with our conversation. Um,
I just got rehooked on this shit. Yeah.
it is addicting. Like, I probably, if
But
I,
at the same time, I don't see myself watching it past season two because I already kind of know the
you know
more
when it gets,
freak because those
you
other
know when it gets to
seasons
the
are more
point where you say
fairly.
fuck Suki and her fairy vagina.
I think that's about season three.
I don't
That
know.
might even be season two.
I'd have to dig out the seasons because I got to figure out when that cult. I call them a cult, but they're not a cult. They're a coven. They're a witch. They're
Because Eric
witches.
cuts his hair to the shortcut and he starts being more active in season two.
Oh God, yes he was. Yes he was.
No.
he can be my Viking King any day. I mean, like,
Yeah, he was sitting. Eric just one of them motherfuckers. You got some nerve. Like I was watching an episode yesterday where Bill came home
mm-hmm.
and was hearing some damn Swedish music, and he was like, "What the fuck is this in my house?" And then Eric's in my damn bathtub taking a damn bath. I'm like,
Hey,
"Bitch." Like, I would have
he's just
fought. I
already
like I
down.
know vampires when they know they're older than you, they just know they're stronger, so they just be doing shit because they just be daring you to fight them. I'm like,
Like
honestly, at this
Eric
point,
gives
bitch,
no
I'm
fucks. He's just like egging Bill on to do something. He's like, "Go ahead,
like,
do
make a
it,
move, bitch.
do
Like,
it."
yeah. And then but guess what? Eric gonna be talking that shit when he become when Bill become the vampire king. He at that point,
Well, then his hands are
no,
tied. It's like, fuck.
yeah, like goddamn, like Bill just became the strongest vampire out of all of us.
But then he's like, "Oh, then I kind of have Sookie. That's an opportunity at Sookie." You know what I mean? So.
Of course, in her fair vagina.
But okay, so the first
I'm
episode,
so sick of Suki in her fair vagina.
I believe the first episode opens at Merlot. No, no, no. It opens with those people driving down the road. That's what it was. And they stop into like this convenience store location in the middle of nowhere.
I'm not very vocal when it comes to
And
things like
what the fuck? And yeah, they open when they're driving down the road there, and they stop at the convenience store. Well, I said they're driving down the road. I don't need to mention the fucking handy
this.
either. Like, damn, liver. um, they're driving down the road. They stop in the convenience store. They're like, "Oh, this place has True Blood. Let's go." Ask questions. They ask questions to the person at the cash register, and the guy's like acting like he's a vampire when he's not. While there's an actual vampire in the damn store. I'm like, "Oh, you are all kinds of crazy. No, are you? No, no." So that happens. That was like your intro to True Blood.
He said, "Well, I mean, if you want to start off a good show, you should start off with the woman putting her hand down, saying, guys,
Down some
well,
guy's pants.
pulling some goddamn, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it makes sense for True Blood. It wouldn't make sense for a lot of shows, so there's that. There is that, so I don't know.
it wouldn't. It just don't make no motherfucking sense.
But anyways, we get into it. Eventually what we see Merlots and all that shit. Sookie's got her powers.
Yeah, I forgot she had it. The first episode just refreshed my brain because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, yeah, it starts off like Suki starts off with her powers. I thought she got her fairy powers down the line, but she pretty much always had them.
Yeah, she always had them. She just didn't know what it was, really. She didn't
What?
know that.
Why? Like,
Why?
why am I
Yeah, the
able to read
why.
people's fucking brain? Like,
Uh,
yeah. Like, at this point, it's normal or
but yeah,
true for
like, she didn't know the why, and it was kind of like, okay. No one else in your family kind of displayed this, or no one was around that you knew had these same abilities or anything. So it was like, okay, okay. So you hear listening to these conversations, and like some of those conversations, it's just like sad. It's sad and funny at the same time. It's just like, oh. So you get it. Like her head's busy, like super busy, and it's just like I can see why you would feel a little crazy after some time. But you get to know the other characters. What the? Oh my god! I am a fairy.
Barry is one of the names. What other names are there? Benadryl, Ella Long.
Oh yeah, I'm watching the clip when Bill told Suki that she's a fairy, and she was like, "How fucking lame." The name sounds fucking lame, but you're actually more powerful than all the vampires.
Yeah, technically. But then she's got to be careful that she doesn't get drained by a vampire either. So.
Once they suck her blood, oh, they got the good shit.
Okay, I don't know if the internet's being
He
stupid.
said one episode it was like it was season 5. It was like you smell like something I once dreamed.
Like I think like
Damn.
what was it when like Eric bites her that he's like you smell like sunshine or you taste like sunshine or something like that.
Yeah, he was smelling her. He said, "You smell like sun rays or some shit like that." I'm like,
Yeah,
"What the fuck does it even smell like?"
but like I love the damn show. It's just it's all over the fucking place. But you meet some dope characters like Lafayette. I love Lafayette. I love his sass. Rest in peace to the guy that played him because he's just.
Well, this reminds me. You
Oh,
still
did you
haven't
live
got
her?
ownership
That's
of
all
the
right.
house. Fucking thing around my mom's house. The first thing tomorrow night. Hey,
But
right.
um,
What are you talking about?
I enjoyed Lafayette. Who else?
Oh yeah, I forgot Eric pulled that bitch ass move where he owned Sookie's house.
Well, because she disappeared and they were gonna basically couldn't afford the house, and so he bought
Ah,
it because he had faith that she would come back, and everyone else gave up on her apparently,
but
according
since
to what
he
Eric
owned it,
says.
he never got to ask for invitations. If he want to fuck her up, he could.
Right.
Damn, that's a smart fucking move.
But he the thing is Eric is just as in love with her as like Bill was. You know what I mean? So it was like
Yeah, I was like, damn,
he was smart. He
motherfucker.
fucking played it
Yeah,
smart.
that was it. Like, yeah, I forgot. I remember that was like one of the things I said. Damn, that motherfucker
Like Liver,
vicious.
you have a lot to look forward to while you watch the show. There's so much. There is so much to cover.
Yeah, it's like damn, because like I'm like just going down memory lane. I'm like, damn, that is fucking smart though. Like, god damn, like that's. I remember I was like, damn, that's fucking genius. He
Right.
has money enough to buy everybody's property and like Sookie said, I would draw my invitation. He said, "Bitch, I can do that with you more than you can do that with me
Mhm.
because I own this
It's
bitch."
a power move.
That is a
It's a power move.
oh yeah,
And
that's
he's a
fucking.
fine ass Swedish man. I'll give him that. Like, you do you, boo. You do you.
And I'm like, God, and I forgot Terror becomes one too.
Like, oh my god, Tara.
Yeah. Because I mean, I didn't. I can say Terror is one of the other characters I didn't like. I'm like, oh my god, shut the
She's
fuck
kind of
up.
annoying, especially in the first season.
First fucking few seasons, she is like just raging
She's another one
bitch.
that's like, feel bad for me because of, my trauma, because of my drunk mama and, you know,
She got a lot of mama issues, not daddy issues, but mama
mama
issues.
issues. And
When her
like,
mama did obviously change, she's like, you got the demon in you. I said, I actually believe that shit. And then
well,
it
and then
so
she's
happened
like
that this did
entitled.
happen.
She thinks she's entitled to everyone to do everything for her and like, feel bad for her and give
That
her
one
a pass for
voodoo lady
everything.
pulled her whole, yeah, that voodoo lady pulled her whole card. Like, I bet you can't keep a job, let alone a boyfriend. And Tara couldn't say shit. I said, ooh.
Get her. Get her.
That shit. Yeah, shut up, bitch.
Well, look how she got her job at fucking Merlot's. She just like bullied her way into
Bullied her
it.
way in that bitch. Yeah, I'm
I'm
like, bitch,
like,
how you doing? Bully,
and then
oh,
she's like,
bully
well,
your way.
affirmative action after like a while. I think it was like the second night she was working there. And she's like, why did I even give you a job? I think Sam said. And he's like, affirmative action. And then she made a big whole stink of why, like, she shouldn't have to wear a uniform either because the other guy, I forget what his name is. Oh my God, I loved his character in that. Was
Fucking
it Marwan?
yeah, I know. What
Yeah,
you're talking
the,
about.
the army
Yeah, the
vet.
war.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, come on. Like, the dude spent his like years, like his prime years, got traumatized, and he was wearing a fucking uniform for the U.S. government. Can you at least give him a little slack of not wearing a uniform now, like just a little bit?
yeah. I got with her. I did understand where she was coming from on that. I'm like,
Yes,
why the fuck I gotta wear a uniform and half y'all motherfuckers don't?
right. I
What's his
totally
name? All the basically all the men. Yeah, all the men don't have to. The cooks don't have to. The
yeah,
owner
that's
doesn't have
true.
to, and then the army vet. You just want the girls to wear it because it makes they,
Look,
it's
look at the
sells the
girl's
fantasy.
uniform. You have the tight white shirt
Tight
with
white
the
shirt
damn
and
booty
small short.
shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, damn,
yeah. So
dude.
I was with Tara on that one. Yeah, that had a little bit of justification why she could bitch on that one.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I was like, nah, that's not fair, Sam. And I like Sam because like he always trying to like he got that. You can tell he got a wolf in him early on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like My thing was like, bitch, why you pulling Sookie's scarf off? Like, you don't know what you're getting yourself in. Bitch, she don't know she getting herself in with your ass.
I was,
You can't, yeah, you just don't like vampires. Like, yeah, you just don't like vampires because it ain't you. Like, yeah, like,
it's ridiculous, honestly.
Cookie gets with one, but just ain't with your ass.
Well, like even like the thing was is like Tara was like so obsessed with Jason and like wanting a relationship with Jason and like she's madly in love with
Wow,
him.
no,
She's
man.
got this huge crush and he's like, I don't see you like that. Like it's basically no. It's like you're my sister's annoying friend. That's basically in his eyes. That's what he's dealing with, you know.
Hold the fucking bag. Put this bag.
And Jason's just a manho. Let's be honest. He's just dude's all over the place. That's how he got himself in trouble in the first season. Like honestly, he did not need to be getting into everybody's pot, if you will, stirring up their macaroni. Okay, he did not need to be doing all that.
All that. Just being a whole ass boy over there.
Cause like what that one chick shows up dead. I forget what her name is.
I forget. Like, I don't remember.
She was
Like,
the
I
one
know
that had the
the
tapes.
one that ends up with Jason. I know she was a crazy bitch.
And then there was who was what the waitress name wasn't it Dawn? I think it was.
Gone, yeah.
Yeah. Then she winds up dead eventually.
Wait, too, yeah. I was like, man, why you killed Don? Like, yeah, like, but it wasn't even a vampire. It was Renee trying to frame everything.
Right.
Bitch.
Renee was killing everybody left and right. He was just like, no fucks given. Let's go. Let's go. And the thing is, he had like hope out for like Sookie, like Sookie's like my little sister, this, da, da, da. And then you see how that went.
Right. Like, trying to protect her, but at the same time, you want to kill her. Like,
and Renee's big mistake was keeping those sex tapes that these chicks had with these vampires and such.
Yeah, I'm like, why you keep the tapes? You sick
yeah,
bitch.
you hate vampires, you hate all this, but yeah, you kept all that stuff.
You kept their tapes, and then like, yeah, you don't think somebody gonna find that shit?
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, you're a bad killer.
Dumbass killer, boy. Like, yeah, you know how to kill.
Number one rule: do not keep the evidence. You destroy it.
Get rid of burn that shit, motherfucker. Like shit. Watch it once, get rid of it. Because if they catch up to you and they go through your phone or something like that, they gonna be like, "Oh shit, here we got it."
Yeah, you don't want to keep that paper trail. You know what I mean? It's just dumb.
I probably watched it once or twice, and then you got the nerve to try to frame Jason's stupid ass. Like, damn.
He found an easy scapegoat because Jason was dipping his dick in everybody. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's like, well, shit. Don't frame like, yeah. I mean, out of all the people in the town you could have framed, don't frame the town whore, dog. It's just that's just fucked up.
Right.
All he wanted some ass. And then Andy ass up here trying to find a reason to convict him because he just don't like the fact that wasn't the one lady that got killed like related to him or something, like the wife or something.
Something like that, like a cousin or some shit. I don't even remember.
Like Jason don't even sound like a suspect.
Jason is too dumb to do anything. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, how these motherfuckers are getting killed. Jason's not even like even Jason said it.
Yeah, because I think was it episode 1 or 2, something like that, when they took him in. I forget. That they were like interrogating him. She's like, I'm not that smart, dude. Like,
yeah, it was when they got him when he was in the police station with Don for Don's murder.
Right.
And he had that beat.
It's crazy.
The whole thing. I'm like, oh shit.
But like as the season goes on, it's just like first season is just the unwinding of all the murderers, finding out who the murderer is, blah blah blah.
Second season is just pretty much now. Second season, we're familiar with everybody. I love Pam. Pam was my bitch. I love her.
Pam is just a sassy Southern woman. You know what I mean? I love it.
I just like, yeah. I mean, even though she would probably fucking rip my head off, but I'd be like, I just like, look, Pam. I know you don't like people at all.
Mm-hmm.
I
Relatable.
just want to let you know, bitch. I loved your character, though.
And
Who
her
said it was a
loyalty to Eric is.
man? Ride or fucking die, bitch.
Right.
I would pick him. I'll put Pam on my team any day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, at least I know I got somebody who's loyal, boy.
Right.
I ain't know nobody else I'd rather go 1,000 years with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck, that's. I'm like, shit, 1,000 years, you still loyal, bitch?
Bitch.
I'm like,
Then
Bam
again,
was my.
wasn't it? Was it Eric that churned her? I want to say yeah,
Well,
but
Eric Andrew, yeah.
so she's his protege, anyways. So just like how he's Godric's.
Yeah. Jessica was
Jessica's
Bill's.
Bill's, yeah.
And then I release you.
I will say, like, at times, I want to say it was like when we first meet Jessica, or at certain points in certain seasons, Jessica can be really fucking annoying. And I'm just like, you need to pull it together, boo boo.
Yeah, Eric turned her, yeah. Pamela Moore, commonly known as Pam, is the major character, yeah. Eric turned her
Mm-hmm.
years ago.
Right.
And then Sarah. Who turned Tara? Pam. Pam turned Tara.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, all yeah. So everybody owns everybody.
It's a whole.
Fuckery.
It really is. Like, it's all over the place.
The Southern Mistress, Vampire Mistress, Pamela Bell Baum. Yeah, or Buford or something like that. Pam, just basically Pam. Her last name is long as shit.
Is
Yeah,
it? I'll have to look it up. Let me look it up.
and her human life. Little known as about Pam human life is in the book series until the seventh novel, Altogether Dead. Pam took Sookie that she told her to tell Sookie she lived in London with her parents during. Oh, okay, so yeah, Pam.
Ravenscroft.
So Pam's characters goes back into the novel origins more so.
Yeah, it's Pamela Ravenscroft. I think that's how it said. Oh wait, no, there's a different
Yeah,
one known as Pamela Sinford de Beaufort.
yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like it's a
Yeah,
whole fucked up name. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try.
interesting. I mean, like the whole.
More how they say morbid sense of humor
Mm,
that
ain't
has a
that the truth?
sweet but lethal charm. That's her personality, despite the fact that humor is a rare quality in a vampire. Pam believes that vampires are superior to humans.
Mm-hmm.
She frequently states that she was quite happy to be turned into a vampire. Okay, you
Such a
sick
Pam.
bitch.
Oh, but you know, it
All
is.
right. All right, sick bitch. Like she said, I love it. I want to fight every goddamn body. Cool.
Yeah, I think I forget what episode they show up in. Probably like 4 or
I
so.
fucking I hate when vampires cry, dude. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, the blood tears.
Yeah, like
You're
stop fucking crying, nasty.
supposed to be tough.
Like I'm crying. Motherfucker, bleeding. You good?
It's crazy.
Yeah. But it's a good show, but if you're still here, I don't know if you're hearing.
I don't know. He's not talking. He hasn't talked for a while. I think he's watching, but he's not saying anything. But I will say, the character developments and all that's great. The changes within the characters, their demeanors, all that. It's great.
All right, Eric,
Fabulous.
Northman.
He is a fine specimen, I'm not gonna lie.
He said superior to all vampires and humans.
I just like his
I'm
attitude. I honestly love his attitude. The way he commands a room, the way he acts around people, he's very intelligent when he speaks. At times, he's funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's handsome, obviously, especially after the haircut. The haircut really did him justice. He doesn't take people's bullshit. Like he's dope. Bill, I just get annoyed with after a while. Like I'm just like, eh.
Yeah. He becomes the Sookie of vampires.
All right. I'm trying to think if there's
Yeah.
any other character. Well, like we can mention other characters, but then it's like it's just a lot. It's a lot, and we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. And like,
Godric created Eric.
yes, I liked Godric. I really enjoyed him when he was on the show.
He was my maker.
He's very soft spoken, and there's
Yeah,
just
he
something
looked
about
like a
him,
fucking kid. Too.
right? Like Eric
No, I'm like,
basically
this
bows
is your
down to
dad?
him. He's like, okay,
Like, this is your dad? And you bowing down to him? Like, that's my. You look like your son.
like that's the thing. It's just like,
So if he was, so that means he's really fucking. Oh, because Eric's from the Viking.
well, I
So that
think
means this
Godric is like
motherfucker's old.
the original vampire, or something like that.
Yeah, that means there's not a soul that can fuck him up.
But then again, he chooses the true death or something, whatever they call it.
Yeah. That is about because like nobody realistic can beat his ass. Like I'm like,
Honestly,
well, hey, there's not a vampire in that town of Bon Tunt that can fuck him up. Not one. Everybody's too young.
right?
It would take all of them to gang up on him. Even that probably wouldn't be enough. 'Cause he's
That and
so
a shit
damn
ton of
old.
silver and everything else. It's just like,
And I think once you're so old, like, and I think all of them who are so old,
mm-hmm,
silver don't apply to them because they're too strong.
right?
Because that shit didn't work on Bill when he became the vampire king.
Oh wait, I'm looking up his
He like he laughed that
Godric's
shit
bio.
off. He was like, that shit don't work.
Okay, let's see. Godric is a 2,000-year-old vampire. He was born as in Gaul. He was sold into slavery when he was a young boy.
Mm.
He was sold to a Roman master who
Mm.
abused him and sexually abused him, apparently.
Mm-mm.
When Godric was older and turned 16, his master told him he was a vampire. After that, Godric was turned into a vampire, which explains why he looks so young. Godric learned everything he could about being a vampire from his maker, which you're supposed to do, obviously. That's kind of the rules. One night, when his maker was busy, he killed his maker, which isn't common, obviously, because Protege's feelings towards the maker. He got into trouble with an ancient vampire community and went on the run. And after 1,000 years, he ran into a troubled man who was dying, which was Eric, and they turned Eric. So,
Yep. Godric was the shit.
he was a dope. I thoroughly enjoyed Godric. I didn't know all of that backstory, but unless I wasn't paying attention enough.
So much shit because the one I forgot what the vampire that turned Bill's name was. No, she was pretty old.
Wait a sec. I don't remember Lilith doing that. I guess she did.
Probably book shit because it's a lot of books on this shit.
Yeah, it could be the book version. I don't recall Lilith ripping his head off, but it's been so long.
Lilith.
Yeah, they're saying Lilith rips his head off, but maybe it could have been a dream sequence, you know what I mean? Like a hallucination type thing. Because I swear I remember him picking true death, or whatever the fuck they call it. So, there's that.
My name is Lilith. Oh, the lady who plays Lilith, she's gay.
Oh?
She was married for 2 years.
Oh. I did not know.
Her girlfriend buffer than me, or her wife at the time.
Hopefully my internet's not cutting out because I know it just disconnected on my tablet. So.
The lady's name is Jessica Clark, the one who played Lilith in True Blood. She had a wife.
Oh fuck me.
Like that's a big bitch. Lacey Stone was her name. That bitch got more muscle than my body.
Davis, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I don't know, my internet just went out briefly because, you know.
I thought my shit was doing at work yesterday.
So I don't know if the stream is technically still active, so we'll have to see. Hold up.
I couldn't talk on the stream yesterday. My shit was going crazy at work. The internet sucks at my job at the gym.
Right. Okay, I think it's good. Hold on. I'm checking the audio. Okay, it's working. I'm sorry. If anything buffered during the stream, I apologize. I think my internet briefly went out, so.
We've been talking this whole time.
It's been acting funny because every occasion, like once in a while, I'll see it like buffer a little bit on my tablet. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It buffed and erred and buffed and erred.
So if it does cut out, that's what happens. So
Buffered.
There's that.
It buffered. Buffered. Buffered.
But yeah, definitely watch more episodes of True Blood, people, because it's good. It's obviously be over the age of 18. 18 and up to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch more. I don't know. Maybe after the stream I'll watch some more. We'll see. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Probably eat something too.
I'm over eating some cereal right now until I make this chicken later.
I had some bagels earlier. Some cream cheese. Oof.
I had some eggs and sausage at work. That's it.
I mean, I could also take a nap too, because a nap would sound good.
Needs a nap.
I've been up since like probably 8 or 9 this morning, I think. So I only got like a few hours of sleep.
Yeah, I woke up so you woke up basically around the same time I did, my time.
Woke up, and then I eventually downloaded the stream from yesterday, uploaded that to YouTube, which took forever.
Dog doing the COD, play one match because I gotta get 4 more things for the intel for the that snow map.
Yeah.
I gotta complete four more times on that.
I need to go on that one map and do a couple matches of that. I think I need 5 rounds of that.
I might have to fucking re-download. I gotta figure out a way to re-download fucking Modern Warfare because I gotta do Warzone to get the last 2 for intel for Adler.
Right.
Then I think you do too, so that's the only 2 we gotta hit. You
Yeah.
gotta get 25 enemies in there, and you gotta complete like a couple tasks in there. Like you just gotta compete on those 3 maps at least 5 times or so.
It is buffering like a mofo on my tablet. What the fuck, bro?
I know I'm gonna get it back.
Nah, like I think I have to do like I want to say 5 or so on that new map that something. I forget what the freaking map's called. I have to do a couple matches on that, I think, yet, and then I have to do obviously the Warzone stuff. But I have like 2 pieces of intel. I just need 1 more piece of intel. I'm good to go. I think. Unless you have to do all the things just to get the Adler skin. I don't know. I'm so confused.
I know I saw one dude with it, so we know he did it. No life, motherfucker.
Well, like when people message me and they're like, "Oh, you won't be able to get it because you don't have Warzone." I'm like, "Yeah, I do have Warzone, duh." Hello.
No, I have it. I'm just about to. I just gotta re-download Modern Warfare.
My God,
I didn't know that. I was like, fuck, I didn't know that's how it worked.
Right?
I thought I was ready to play. I was like, well, shit, I'm ready to play. Like, okay, cool.
I was like, let's do it. You know what I mean? That's
You're
basically what it
good,
is.
and then nothing.
Okay, now
And
it's
then
not buffering again. Okay, cool. Comcast
I'm
is
like,
having
well,
issues, bitch. Like, damn. Get it together.
motherfucker.
I swear, these companies fuck you over. It's, like, ridiculous. But, yeah, like, we'll definitely
Wayne
do that.
Grace. Oh, definitely. These hockey jerseys is expensive. Fuck, I'll pay for that shit. Pay for $250 just to get a jersey with my name on it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
I gotta be making money to buy that shit.
Tell you what, go to a thrift shop. Boom. Cheaper.
Right? Like I was like, okay, can you make me a hot? I was like, look, I'll even ask for one of the high school jerseys at the schools or something. I'm like, make me a jersey.
Right? Or
I'll
check
pay
Etsy.
you.
Maybe somebody on there will do it somewhat cheap.
Exactly. I was like,
Or
damn, if I was
Amazon.
like, yeah, like if I was like a hardcore hockey fan, I probably would say give me one with my name on it, but I'm not. So
Right?
like the basketball and football jerseys ain't even that damn expensive. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, jerseys
Yeah,
are
like it's
crazy.
on 150 to get a jersey with your name on it if you want to get a like certain NFL team. I'm like, yeah, I'm
Hmm.
on the team. And look at me. I'm on the team. I'm one of the players. They say, take that jersey up. I paid 150 for this. I'm on the team.
He says, Liver says, what basketball team do you support?
The Lakers. I've been a Lakers fan my whole life, even when they were bad without Kobe. With Kobe,
Yeah, that's not my team.
you know.
I'm loyal to a fault. But that's just me.
I'm on the team. I paid $150 and I paid $3,000 for these season tickets. I'm on the team.
Then again, I'm not that big into basketball, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm not really watching it right now. I'm not really watching basketball personally. I mean, I know who all the teams and shit like that are, but it's just
Like
like I'm not really
I like the
because it's
Sixers,
NBA
so
become
you know.
yeah, because NBA's become so fucking predictable. I
Yeah.
don't even enjoy playing the video game.
Liver says he supports the Chicago Bulls. He likes the
Oh,
Bulls.
oh shit.
I'm Sixers all the way. I can't
Right?
ever.
My condolences, liver shit.
But I don't pay close attention to basketball. I really just, it's not my.
I'm watching baseball right now. I met somebody. I was at work earlier, and then one of my friends, and I guess one of their friends, had sat with us, and they were
Mhm.
talking. They like it's a girl. She liked baseball. And she was a Texas Rangers fan,
Mhm.
and I said I'm a Dodgers fan. She kind of got this frown on her face. She said, "Yeah, anybody can do anything when they got the highest cap in the league." I said, "Actually, that's not us. Actually, I said that's actually not the Dodgers, bitch. That's the Yankees
Fuck the
who got the highest."
Yankees. And that's
Exactly,
for a
they got
particular
the highest
person.
fucking cap. Yeah, they have to sign pitchers for 324 million.
Like, okay, that's for a particular person. He hasn't been in here recently, but there's a guy, Matty. He comes in here occasionally, and he was talking his shit because he's a Yankees fan, right? And he knows that I'm a Phillies fan, right? Through and through. And he was trying to talk shit, and then turns around that his team freaking lost opening fucking day or some shit, and I'm like, haha, that's what you get, instant karma.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, he said something about one particular season. I'm like, whatevs. And then like the next day they
Oh
lose
wait,
opening game.
actually, that person's right. So the Dodgers by 50 million are the highest cap by just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got 249 million billion or something like that.
Right.
And then like the Yankees are now number two, but for years the Yankees was like number one in terms of salary cap, like
Mm-hmm.
payroll track.
Right.
So is the Dodgers number one, Yankees number 2. Houston Astros number 3. Mets, Phillies is
Whoop,
5th.
whoop.
And Los Angeles Angels, Boston Red Sox, San Diego Padres, Washington Nationals, and St. Louis Cardinals. Those are like the top 10 people who have like top payroll. So like that's why they got better players than everybody else.
Yeah.
And then everybody else just kind of falls like fuck
It
the White Sox.
For whatever reason, I'm getting like the strongest urge to just like watch the fucking go on YouTube and like watch where my team clears benches and our manager at the time, our dude Charlie
I
Manuel,
used to like
got
the
in the
Phillies when
face some dude and was talking shit to the umpire and everything else. I loved it. I was like, yes, fight, fight, fight.
I used to back in like '09. I used to like watching the Phillies games because they had like Jimmy Rollins and all
Yup.
them at shortstop. Yeah, so I was like,
Ryan
yeah, I was
Howard,
like,
Jimmy
yeah,
Rollins,
exactly, yeah.
Shane
That's when they was like,
Victorino,
shit.
the
That's when they
Flying
was like,
Hawaiian. We loved the Flying Hawaiian. He was dope.
exactly. I was like, oh yeah, that's when they had some motherfuckers on that team. Boy, I said, man, the Phillies loaded, and
Like baseball's not the same without Harry Callis really announcing the games and going through the plays and shit. But
so here are the top teams in the American League. Wow, wow, the Yankees actually fucking suck this year.
yeah, they
They're
do.
9-12. Yeah, they're 9-12 right now. Damn, that's bad. The Red Sox are the top of their division, and then American League East. Outside the Red Sox, they fucking garbage. Central, the Royal Kansas City Royals, they're 13-7. Chicago White Sox 11-9. Indians, they're 9-11. They only had really one good year recently, Cleveland, a few years back. Twins, never been good in my generation, at least. Tigers, they had like 2 years where they were like top team. At Oakland A's, they're actually pretty good this year. They're 14-8. Marlins is good, 13-9. Angels 10-10, surprisingly, and then nobody supports the Astros since they got caught cheating.
Well,
And then the Rangers 9-12. My team, the Dodgers were 15-6. Like we got a high chance of repeating this year.
right.
Like, because we've been in the last 4 fucking World Series, pretty much.
Right.
Mets. Ugh. Your team is 10-10. The Phillies
Whoop, whoop.
right now, they're 500. So all they got to do is just get like some hot streaks going, and they'll.
I know
surprised the
it's a hit
Braves.
or
I'm
miss.
surprised the Braves are low as they are. They actually on paper have a loaded team.
Okay.
Crazy, man. Like, yeah, the season's starting off. I mean, they got like 162 games to play, so
Right.
yeah, right now they're in their first 30, so they got 132 to go.
If it could stop buffering on my freaking tablet, that'd be great. Once again, I apologize for any buffering. I don't know what's going on. It's probably Comcast being douchebags, so I apologize.
I remember them.
Oh my god, you tell them there's an issue and they're like, oh, no, I don't see an issue. There isn't a problem. It
Yeah,
seems to be
they act like
fine.
it's not they shit. Like, motherfucker, your shit sucks. I
Yeah.
lag in every game I play.
Like, it just goes out at random times, and sometimes it's like 50 fucking times in a day, or like in the middle of the night, and it's like, dude, I'm trying to watch something. Like, I'm trying to, stream a movie or whatever bullshit, and it's like, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah. Honestly, though, you and Liver are not the first people I heard say they don't know a lot about basketball. I'm surprised a lot of people don't. Because basketball is probably one of the more simpler ones, but I meet more football and baseball fans,
Yeah.
female or male. I'm like, shit.
I mean, I never really got behind basketball. That's the thing. Like, when Allen Iverson was on there, it was like great, fabulous. Like, I have his little bobblehead from like when they were selling them at like Burger King or some shit. I forget. It was either Burger King or McDonald's. I can't remember.
Yeah.
My grandfather bought me and my brothers one of the bobbleheads in each of the colors. So you had the red, white, and blue. It was cute.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was surprised. Like, yeah, people don't. A lot more people, like, yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm surprised a lot of people don't understand basketball first. It's literally just dribble the ball and bring it to the court, shoot it. As
Right.
for football, it's formations, defenses, and shit like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I mean, like females who like actually the UFC and stuff like that nowadays. They love fighting.
Oh, I love people beating the shit out of each other. It's like, yes.
See,
I love it.
women love to see motherfuckers fight. I was like, why?
I
I
look,
see
it goes back to that primal instinct situation. And like this is probably not
warrior.
even gonna be on the fucking stream because it's buffering on my tablet. I don't know if it's showing on yours, but
Not
like
mine.
oh,
Not
it's running
buffering.
smooth? Okay. So
No, I
like
mean,
yeah, I can't tell because it's
yeah.
just buffering on my tablet, so I can't tell. But anyways,
No, like,
like
I haven't seen any buffering. I mean, if anything, it's just a delay behind what you see on
okay.
stream.
I just want to make sure because I can't tell on my end. So um but it's that primal instinct, you know what I mean? We go after men that show and display this like maximum just
Masculine.
yeah, this testosterone like filled oh yeah, like I can protect you, I can do all this. You know what I mean?
I, whoever bothers you up, baby.
And I mean some dudes are hot when they fight and when they're angry, so it's like, you know.
You hit me, I'm mad. Urgh.
Right? It makes sense.
Gurg. I'll fight now.
But that's the thing. It makes sense. It's just like I don't know.
Grr, I'm gonna fight now because I'm a man.
It's just like okay, so like in that sense, yes, we go after the bigger, the taller, the ones that we know are going to protect our offspring and so on, so on and so forth. That's how primal instinct works. Whereas the male is supposed to go after a woman that's supple and has wide enough hips, and they're going to be able to birth a child and nurse a child and
You got
provide
nice boobs,
strong
right?
offspring.
Ooga,
So
ooga. Ooga, ooga, you got nice birthing hips. That's what
it is what it is. It's true. So when we see dudes fighting, like whether it's UFC, a boxing,
warrior man.
for,
Warrior man, protect me from evil.
it is what it is. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like
Gurgle, gurgle. Hunger, hunger, hunk man.
it's straight facts. Okay. Anybody who
Right?
wants to, you can chime in the chat and try to debate me on this, but it's straight facts.
Gurgle, gurgle. Look at me. Female love aggressive man. I like
It's true.
female that like male aggression. I want to date you now. That's crazy.
But it's
I mean,
true.
when you break it down like that, yeah. I mean, that's funny. How it works, caveman. So
Oh yeah, it's like it's crazy because I remember like learning this stuff in school, and they're like, oh yeah, they go after somebody with an ample breast that can feed their children, and the wide birthing hips because then they're gonna survive childbirth in most cases, right? And like you get flush at a certain time, like because you're luring in your potential mate, if you will.
big facts.
Um, Whereas the female will go after somebody who's tall and strong and can provide food and all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. It's fascinating though.
Yes. It was some Aberdeen.
Like obviously, like if we go back to like being savages in a sense, we were never. I wouldn't say it was necessarily all about looks. Like you didn't have to be a certain way because cavemen, no one cares. It just had to be a certain aspects of you that had to be right. So, and ow, the hat's pushing on my ear. That hurt. Okay. But yeah, it's so yeah, we do like things like that, like hockey. I like watching fights in hockey. I love it. Baseball. I
Oh
love when
yeah.
they clear the benches. I love it. I'm like, yeah, just punch him. Just do
Everybody
it. Do it.
fight! Kick his ass!
Beat his ass in them
Kick
tight
his ass!
pants.
Kick
Do
his
it.
ass! Kick his ass, Seabass. I gotta watch that
Right.
scene. Fucking Dumb and Dumber. Kick his ass,
I'm
Seabass.
like, show me what you're working with. Get it, baby. Get it.
Oh my god, so kick his ass, Seabass.
Like, seriously. I'm all about it.
Body, 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 body. Ah.
Now, do I know everything about UFC and everything like that? No. I just know people beat the shit out of
No,
each other.
it's nothing else to know. It's pretty much somebody's getting their ass knocked out, like last
Uh,
night.
you know what's funny? Okay. It's actually funny because speaking of UFC, there's this guy that I knew from high
Dumb
school.
and Dumber? Nah, I didn't see that one, but we're just not to
No,
cut
I
you off
haven't seen
again.
that either.
Nah, I stopped watching it after that second one. Oh if it had Jim Carrey in them in the third one, I seen a little bit of it,
No, yeah, I
but
might
I
have
didn't.
seen a little bit now I
The
think about
second
it.
one was
When they're looking for
Harry
his
met,
daughter, right?
huh?
They were looking for his daughter in the third one, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I seen that one,
I
the
think I saw
third
it a
one, but
while back, but I can't remember details. I'm sorry.
it's been a while. Like, it was one of those like nostalgia movies, but then nobody really gonna see it.
But what
Go
was I
ahead
even
though.
saying? Oh, okay. So the story back in high school. So I had like this UFC shirt. I still have it. It's in my drawer over there. And there was this guy that I met in my history class, and he was an upperclassman, which was funny because he had to retake this particular history class because I don't know whatever school he went to didn't credit him or some bullshit before coming to ours. So you have this upperclassman in our fucking class. And we sat next to each other, and he was like real nice. He was smooth. Like he was very sweet on me. It was adorable. Tall guy, skinny, and he would talk about UFC, and like he would be telling me like certain people, and I'm like, yeah, totally get it. He's like, did you see the fight? I'm like, no, I missed it. Oh, what happened? Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just know people beat the shit out of each other.
Exactly.
And I just like the shirt. Like, bitch, I got it on sale at Ross. Okay, it looked cute.
All
But,
my friends, they don't.
you know, it is what
All
it
my
is.
friends, yeah, all my friends, they like the UFC better just because I guess in their eyes it's faster.
Mm.
I like boxing more.
Which, while I'm saying that, shout out to Terrell. He was my good friend back in high school.
Oh,
He actually refriended me recently. I think he just got a new account and he added me like not too long ago. I'm
one of
like,
the people from high school, one of your like I don't know who it was, but I remember you told me somebody else you knew from high school. They found you on there and they added you back, and then they were with somebody and they were trying to see if you would like get with them.
oh, yeah, that person.
Oh my god! I was like, what?
Oh, yeah. Like, no. No. I don't want you. I'm sorry. Well, the thing is, it's like that happens way too common with certain people. Like, there was one person that was like, um, that I also went to school with. And like, I was nice to him, whatever. He would occasionally talk to me on Skype. What are you watching? Fuck.
I don't know. There's some people.
I
Yeah.
would, I was nice to him. He would talk to me on Skype. He added me on Skype, and like, he was just being nice, and me being me, I'm like, whatever. And he like even wound up like buying me, and I didn't even ask him to do this. He bought me like all the fucking albums for Mariana's Trench or something, and like he got into him because I was into him or some shit, and I'm like, okay. And at some point, he was like, I think he found out that I went out with somebody, and he like flipped out, like, I asked you out, la la la. He got like really crazy, and I'm like, no, you didn't. You didn't ask me to do shit. And seeing how aggressive you are being, no, thank you.
No,
Nah,
thank you.
you ain't my type. I'm sorry. I'm
That's not
sorry.
my type. That's not my type.
Like, no, thank you.
That's
That one
not
was
my
pretty
type.
crazy. He was also really into paintball and firearms and shit like that, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I like paintball and all that, but with his aggressive nature, I was like, no. I don't know what happened to him, but there's that.
Yeah, there's some people I don't trust around a gun.
Yeah. And like the person that you were referencing, yeah, they still hit me up, so they still trying.
Still in that relationship?
Nope, nope, they finally split, and I'm like, you waited that long? Like,
No,
damn.
I was like, I was referring more to him. He probably still checking to see if you're in a relationship. Like, so you
Oh yeah,
still.
it's constant. It's like, you like either way, I'd have been like, nah. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't see certain people that way. It's just you have to be attracted to the person. If I'm not attracted to you, it ain't happening, boo boo.
Thanks.
And that's where people fail to realize. They think they're just some hot shit because they like you. It's like, nah. Like, I don't think I'm, you know, that great, honestly, but.
Oh.
But, like, thanks. It's like, thanks you think so highly of me.
You're fine, boo boo. You look gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you. On a good day, on a good day. Sometimes I like being a
Well,
troll.
that's every day then.
Oh, you trying to butter me up. Get out of here.
I'll tell you what I did this morning.
Ah! You nasty. Oh my god.
Look at you.
Well, it was like, oh, it was funny because obviously people weren't in here when we first started, but like me and Davis were on a video call prior to this. As we're talking, and he's like, "Oh, bitch, got all done up. Like, are we live? Are we streaming right now?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh my
And
god!
he's
Like, I'm like, do I need to put on a nice shirt? Like, oh my god! Oh my god!
like, "I'm not ready. If you're all done up, like, oh my god." I'm like,
Like, so you just gonna start it without just telling me? Okay, that's what we're doing.
and I was like, "I would never do you like that. I'm not gonna fucking just like start the stream and you just like, you're not prepared."
Like, I'm like, really? That's what we doing, bitch? That's what we do.
I'm
So you just gonna blow my shit up? You just.
I'd be like, we could make the adjustments to your webcam, get you all set up, get the proper lighting,
I'm gonna get my lighting together in this particular spot. The light is hitting me on the left, makes me look darker because the other half of the room is dark. I like, how dare you? How dare you do me?
Plus, I'd have to set it up for that whole situation. And I didn't do that yet, so there's that.
Not yet.
So for now, you guys are going to enjoy the mystery of Davis.
You have to wait.
You have to wait till he's ready. And whenever I set it up, so that way I can display the Discord.
Yeah, exactly.
Which eventually we will set up a Discord server. We're just like lollygagging.
That's what we really should. Ain't no rush. Ain't no.
I mean, like when we're ready, we'll do it. Like honestly, it's a process, and plus, then you have to be careful. Granted, if I bring people up, I'd probably watch. Well, I would have obviously the camera off for them because they're not going to be doing some crazy stuff or anything like that. Then it's a matter of like language and everything like that because we don't want to have Twitch giving us problems. It's a whole thing. I mean, there's always like Google Meets or something if we like really wanted to bring a ton of people up or whatever.
Word.
I can't stop fucking yawning.
I know, right? We are now at 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Which means we could always wrap it up whenever, if you're feeling it.
Whatever. Yeah, I ain't tripping. I'm here doing my schoolwork and talking and.
Right. I mean, does anybody have anything to say in the chat? Because we can expand so that way we're not.
It's. I would like to say it's hard to say goodbye, but it really isn't. It's not hard to say goodbye to today. Whatever we have today.
Oh my god, this chick is just not. Oh my god, this girl needs to stop putting her drama on Tumblr, honey.
Tumblr. I remember when that became a thing. I'm like, that actually became a
Okay,
thing.
okay. I gotta tell you this story. I'm gonna tell you it without saying names because obviously this person doesn't use their name. Okay, so
Names.
okay, so this girl, I follow her on Tumblr because she writes good fan fiction about Nikki Six. Okay, and I'm all about that. Okay, I'm about it. Whether it be the version of Nikki Six from the movie with Douglas Booth, or actual Nikki. Okay, I'm about it. The girl's nice. I have no beef with her, but honey, her relationship drama. You do not need to keep posting every 2 seconds about it, honey. Okay, so she got out of a relationship. I guess the dude wasn't shit, whatever. Eventually, I think more recently, she started trying the online dating through certain apps, whatever. So she starts talking to like 3 different dudes at one time. She decided one wasn't shit. She was like, no thanks. Starts talking to other guy, but she wasn't sure what he was like all about. Then there was some other dude that was in the military, and she's all like, well, if I get with him, I'll probably be like pregnant like right away, like da 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 da, some bullshit, right? I'm like, whatever. So she winds up banging the first dude. She got a dick appointment basically. She's like, oh my god, it was so great. Like we're gonna be together. It's gonna be great. Da da da. Found out that he didn't want a relationship. Okay, fine, whatever. She starts talking to some other dudes. Great. So she finds one. She's like, oh, I like this dude. I like this dude. She goes on a date with him, whatever. And he's a little over the top with the compliments. He was constantly like reassuring her in compliments and doing all this, which she originally was like, I kind of like, but then she was like, no, right? It was too much apparently. Then she was like, oh my God, he treats me like a queen. He's giving her gifts. That's her like love language is getting gifts. And I'm like, right? So he's doing this. Uh, then like a few days later, they make it official. They're gonna date apparently. Not even a week later, they break up because he needs to work on him, and he's still hung up about a relationship that happened 4 years ago, where apparently the whoever he was with before kind of messed him up. Whatever, he's not over it. She's like, I'm done with him. He needs to, get past it. He needs to move on, do all this, right? I'm like, okay, fine. Not even a week later, she's like, I'm back with him. We're official again. We're official. Da 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 da. Goes on this whole love fest for a few days of like, he loves me. Like, he's getting me these gifts. He treats me like a queen. Da 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 da. Right. Uh, did they break up again? I forget. She started talking to him again or something. I forget. The timeline's a little muddy. I'm sorry. They start talking again, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna try it. We're gonna go slow. Da-da. We're official. I have a boyfriend now. Blah blah blah." And then she just posted now that they broke up again. And she's like, "Men ain't shit." And I'm like, "Honey, if you were counting on a man to just give you gifts and you're gonna be happy, that sounds a little gold diggerish. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it there. But I'm not saying she is, but I'm saying that if that was your number one criteria of making you happy, there's something wrong. What? What'd you say, Davis?
I said I ain't saying she a gold digger.
No.
But she ain't messing with no broke.
But that's the thing. It's like, honey, if you were just like, because he was reassuring with words and doing all this, and he was getting you gifts, and you're like, oh, this is a great relationship, but you knew there was issues with his past relationships, maybe you should have been like, hey, let's take this slow. You don't have to get me gifts. You don't have to do that. Hear me from what I'm saying. Like, understand what I'm trying to tell you, what's I think is going on with you, and like work out those issues, communicate, build a relationship. Don't be like, I depend on gifts for you to make me happy. Yeah, if you get into a serious relationship, fine, great. But unless that's the case, you can't depend on that to make you happy. It doesn't seem serious to me if that's the case. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like you clearly knew his issues, but yet you went back, and it seems like you went back because he was getting you things. Now, I could be, you know, have a misconception of the situation, but that's what it kind of seems like, you know?
That's what it looked like.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. And it's like being her follower and like you're seeing this constantly on a regular basis. It's like, ooh, honey. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. The people in their relationship drama, it's like sometimes you just need to keep that shit to yourself. Unless you really need to talk it out with
Hello?
somebody, you do not need to keep telling people like every 2 seconds, like I'm in a relationship, I'm out of a relationship, I'm in a relationship, I'm out of. You know what I mean? It's like they don't need all your details.
Okay, hello?
But yeah.
There we go. There we go. You're back.
Oh, was it acting up?
Yeah, I had to come back in. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Oh, ever
I
since
was in the
they hear
middle of
us. I don't know.
talking internet.
Everyone's internet's being funky. It's just like fuck,
The Lord trying to say don't stream on a Sunday.
right? The Lord knows I'm gonna be irritated trying to fucking download this and re-upload it. It's gonna take forever, but it's okay. Cause I enjoy these little talks and sitting down and actually conversating about things, you know.
Word.
And
But what they used to say, Instinct said in The Simpsons. Word.
and like I will try to incorporate cam for certain games, like mainly for when I'm on, you know, my PC because it's easier that way. But that's the thing; it's easier that way. So if I had a simple setup for when I'm out on my console, I would do it, but I don't. So I mean, I
Hey,
could
we
share
just
the
be
stream
trying
once,
to. I
but
mean, it's all about the content. So as long as you can see the game, hey, shit happen.
all right. And as long as I'm talking to y'all,
A
that's
lot
all
of
that
times we
matters.
don't. A lot of times a bitch ain't gonna want to be all dolled up for the camera.
Exactly. Like I legit, I put on my makeup. I
This
put
is
on
this is
lipstick,
fun and
the eyes,
tempered.
which again, I should go over what I did here because it probably looks like a smoky eye from where I'm at. Like it just looks so dark. Bitch, I went for like a poison ivy feel, okay? This is a green eyeshadow. I didn't realize the green that I smoked it out with was like so dark. But I have a lighter green and then I have a little like shimmery green in there. It's everything. With like a light pale like red lip. It's not so blunt, but granted some of it probably wore off because I was drinking my drinks and talking prior to the stream and makeup wears and ugh, my skin's gonna want to breathe after this, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like if you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
do all that without the makeup, you're gonna have to set up your camera real good, like get a nice, you know, brightness on it, maybe a little filter, you know, action, kind of like waking you up. But bitch, I only got like a few hours of sleep, so no. Like I think I went to bed at like 5 a.m., 4 or 5, somewhere on there.
I went to bed about probably about 1. I didn't wake up till like 7:30. So 6 hours.
Right.
6 hours of sleep either way.
I got a few hours. I woke up, I think, prior to an alarm clock going off, and then I just stayed up. I was like, fuck it, I'll back up the stream, do all that, and one less thing to do. And then I remember seeing your message, and I was like, okay, he gets done at this time. I'll have things ready and set up, so we'll do our.
No, yeah, I was just walk. I had to walk home. It's just a 20-minute walk.
Right.
Ain't nothing crazy.
Well, I was like, I was going to give you plenty of time because I was like, oh, he's probably, you know, his getting home and settled and all that stuff,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I literally just walked through the door and texted you. Like, I took off my work gear. I was like, I'll feel like
Right.
doing anything. So before I'd like pass out and take a nap or something, I was like, oh, all right, I'm home. And if you
Right,
said
right.
no, you're not doing it, I'd be like, oh, okay.
I was like prepared. I was like, I'm gonna be ready. I had everything set up, ready to go. I'm like, okay, when he tells me he's ready, we're good. We're gonna do it. Hey, I was gonna keep my word. I promised you that I was gonna do it. That's what happened.
Right,
So,
right. I didn't see your message until this morning. I was like, oh shit, okay.
hmm hey, which is fine. Because I think I saw your message a little late, and then I was like, okay, cool. Because I think I messaged you after sometime after you sent that. What was it? You sent me some video, I think.
I
And
had sent you like a video. You sent me a couple of them, and then I saw the two you sent this morning. Well, it was a couple hours
mm-hmm.
before. Yeah, I seen you sent them, and then I looked above and I saw your message with it. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh,
yeah. I was like, you know what?
no,
Well, here's my thought. I was like, I killed two birds with one stone. Okay. I was like, he wants that video call. So if we're gonna do a video call, I'll just get dialed up anyways in case we do a stream. Because I know we did talk about it briefly the other day of making up on Sunday, and I was like, well, I'm available Sunday, so let's do it.
exactly.
So I was like, let me just throw on stuff. I'll be ready. Let's go.
Let's, let's do it so a bitch.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that request last night. I was like, okay, what's he gonna come at me with? But I was like, okay.
No, no, I was just asking like a
I know.
legit
I was.
one.
I was just like, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, what's he wanna? What are we gonna go about? What's the request?
Right. And then you was shocked. You're like, oh, there's nothing wrong
I
with
was like,
that.
oh, really? Okay, that's simple.
Like that shouldn't be too crazy.
But that
Because
is.
I asked you a few years ago, and you just cringed at the idea.
I'm like, I mean, like now I kind of have the setup for it, so it's like, it's doable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Plus, he gave me time to prepare. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I hate when motherfuckers, especially on Snapchat, are like, let's video chat in like the fucking middle of the night when I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I know what the fuck you're doing in the middle of the night. No, I'm good. You send whatever video, whatever you're doing. Go ahead. You go ahead. I ain't got. I know. I ain't got to get dolled up for you to see like my fucking face, and
Facts.
I'm looking all like, cause my face is smushed up against the pillow. Like, okay, you
Mm.
wanted me on video for this? Like,
Sexy. It's hot for you.
it's funny though. It's like, guys, you need to get it under control. Okay. When you're gone, 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 and ooh.
We hit the 2 hour mark, so we can pretty much wrap it up from here.
All right. So we'll finish it out since not everyone's talking. It's great. It's fine. It's whatevs. It's a
It's
Sunday.
Sunday.
Jinx.
It's Sunday. Hey, we just wanted to bless you with the episode that couldn't happen yesterday.
All
You got
right.
it. So you can watch it anytime you want,
Yeah.
right here on the.
You have 14 days to watch these streams back before they're gone from this channel. You can also go over to YouTube, and that's where I usually back up the streams. Some of them are a little bit behind, some of like the CODs and all that. I'm trying to get at least the chat streams up in a timely manner, but it is what it is. So it's a process. So you can always go over to YouTube to check that out. But we'll wrap it up with our goodbyes.
Bye 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 bye. It's the Javis and Cherry Show.
It's been fun. It's been real. I hope you guys had a good time. We did, at least. At least I did. Um, I will not be streaming tomorrow, Liver. Nope. Schedule
Weekend.
change. Schedule change. You might see me on Thursday. I might make it up on Tuesday. I will try to, but no guarantees.
You see her every day on Snap.
I mean, I do
All
flood
day.
Snap sometimes, so I might
Blood
flood it
night.
for a little bit while I have makeup on, because why not? YOLO. But
Right. Savage.
it's been fun. It's been real. Stay hydrated. Wear a mask. Social distance. Don't go group gatherings. Come on, get it together. Be kind to one another. Don't be assholes. And I'll see you guys next time.